Welcome students, welcome to our English class. So in the last class we learned something about Thomas Edison. So let us continue something about his life. And in the previous class we learned that his teacher wrote a letter to him, and by reading that letter his mother got angry upon the teacher and decided to brought her son by herself. And finally he became a great scientist. We all know about him, and we all know about the great inventions made by Thomas Edison. So becoming a great man is one way, is one thing, and maintaining the greatness in their life is another great thing. So great people also always maintain some stability, some consistency in their life. So they never feel proud about their greatness. So in the last class itself, we learned one important theory about the great persons. So they never do great things, they do very small thing in a great way. And they also lead a very simple life. Simplicity is also one of the secret mantra of success. So here let us learn some more details about Thomas Edison. In 1914, Thomas Edison at age 67 lost his factory. In a fire accident, he lost his factory and he lost everything. So he met with a fire accident, his factory met with a fire accident. He lost all the experiments which he did until then, and which was worth of few $1 million. So which worth some $1 million. So here both ways, one is physical loss and another one is mental loss. So we can recover the physical loss, but it's very difficult and nobody can fulfill the mental loss of a person. Scientist, so research work, so it takes lot of strain, time and energy of a person. So here it is physical loss as well as the mental loss. So who can give the entire worth of his experiments? Suppose if I lose my money, if I lost my money, so within few days I can recover my money back. But if I lose my experiments, if I lose my research work, so how can I bring back? I may take some years together to find out a small thing. So again, if I want to work like that, means I may not able to get the same results. So here he lost everything in the fire accident. His factory, his instruments, its tools, his theories, his papers, his records. So everything he lost. If it had very little insurance, so when coming to monetary side, money side, he insured it for a little amount so that he won't get much amount from the insurance company. It worth in millions, but he may get some lakhs from the insurance company. So it is the insurance company can't give him equal value of the lost he got in the accident. No longer a young man, Edison watched his lifetime effort go up in smoke and said, so Edison, he experienced a great difficulty at that time. He spent his entire youth in experimenting something. And today, at the age of 67, he was about to get some benefits out of his experiment. So at the time of getting benefits out of his experiment, all of a sudden he lost everything in the fire accident. If any person would be in Edison's place, would simply try to jump in the fire and try to control it, which is beyond our capacity. So of course we can't control the fire, but what will be your immediate reaction? So you want to put stop or put end to the fire. You want to protect your property, you want to protect your research work. So everything is becoming ashes before his eyes. So his hard work, his energy, his efforts, so everything has now turned into ash. Yes. So efforts go up in smoke and said. So by seeing that smoke, by seeing the ashes, he said, there is great value in disaster. So how can a man could able to speak like this? So when you are facing some problem, when you are getting some pain, when you are feeling headache, so how can you say that it's common for everything? We have to bear the pain. At least we try to search for a tablet and control your headache. So on one side you are feeling severe headache, on the other side you are talking very coolly with others. So how it is possible? So we are human beings. So we can't control our feelings. For some extent we can control them, but so when the loss is in the millions, so nobody can control it and nobody can bear that loss. But simply he stood there by observing the smoke and the ash. He said like this, there is great value in disaster. So what is disaster? Disaster means a great problem. Disaster means, so when cyclone is suddenly attacking us, so corona is a great disaster. So cyclones, earthquakes, all these are the disasters. They smash the entire world and put the human race in great problem. That is called disaster. A great problem. So a great value in disaster. How can a disaster create a great value to you? So it's quite opposite to each other. Disasters will spoil the human life. But what this man is telling us, there is a great value in disaster. So I am going to reap a great benefit out of this disaster. How it is possible? How contradictory statement it is? Yes, all our mistakes are burnt up. So why God made this? Why God created this situation? So I might have done some mistakes in my experiments. So this disaster took place. So my experiments may be harmful to this world. So may create some harm to this world. So that's why all my mistakes are now burnt in the smoke and the fire and turned into ashes. So all our mistakes are burnt up. Thank God we can start anew. So thank God for burning all my experiments, for destroying all my experiments. Now I got a chance to do my research work, to develop some more new things to this world. So that's called, in the previous class also I told you God, that's called Sthita Prajnata. A stable-minded person's mind will think in this way. How you think, so you talk. By putting one thing in your brain, we can't say some other things with others. So we have to control ourselves. So what kind of disaster a person can get in his life more than what Thomas Edison got in his life? His entire life is burnt in the ash. So now how he's talking with us? So what kind of indication he's giving to all of us? Nothing, no need to worry. So all my mistakes are burnt now, so I can start my research anew. So come on, let's come together, let's work together, so we can create some wonderful things for this world. So this is the attitude. This is the positive thinking. It is, so actually he's not failed now, but this is also a kind of disaster which he experienced in his life. In one way it is also a great failure. So he is unable to get the benefits of his experiments. At the time of getting the benefits, he lost everything. So in spite of the disaster, 3 weeks later, so why he is a successful person? So why do you call them as successful people? So in spite of the disaster, even the disasters can't shake the mental stability of these people. In spite of, In spite of this disaster, 3 weeks later, he invented the photograph. He invented the photograph. What an attitude. What a mentality. What a positive mentality we see in him. So he lost everything. So some people lose their property. Some people may lost their something. But here he lost his life in the form of research. But he never gave chance. And once again he prepared himself. So recently we have seen Mangalyaan picture. So in the first experiment, the scientists failed in their experiment. They failed in their experiment. It is not a movie, it is the real incident. So how our ISRO scientists are working in the laboratories. So failure is just the stepping stone for success, but it is not end to us. So Abraham Lincoln also told us, it is just a detour, but not a dead end. Remember these points. So try to implement these points. Just don't forget this lesson after listening it. So you try to follow the principles in our life also. So what happens if you fail once? So he lost everything in the fire accident, but see the attitude. Within 3 weeks, he continued his effort. He continued his experiments and invented the photograph. He invented the photograph. What an attitude. Failures are common in our life. But don't take those failures seriously, and you try to learn some lessons from those failures. So below are more examples of the failures of successful people. So not only these people. So these are few examples. Some more examples are given in our textbooks. So if you get a chance, so you read about them from internet or from other sources. So when I get a chance, I will definitely try to explain about those great people who sacrificed their lives, who dedicated their lives for the sake of mankind, welfare of the mankind. So some of the examples are given here. So we also learn about Henry Ford. So Henry Ford is a business magnate. He also invented a car, and a successful car. But in the beginning, he had forgotten to place the reverse gear in his car. Do you call him as a failure? So Henry Ford forgot to put the reverse gear in the first car he made. So in the beginning we do some mistakes. So we can't do all the right things in the first instance. In one way, if you do some mistakes or if you get some failures, so your foundation will be stronger. So don't expect to do all the mathematics sums in the first instance. So if you can do, you can do. It's well and good. But if you get a mistake, so don't bother about it. Don't cry and don't insult yourself. You try to learn the process of doing the sums. So it is a lesson for you. Next, do you consider these people failures? So just by forgetting to put the reverse gear, do you call him as a failure? So they succeeded in spite of problems. Problems are common. Problems are inevitable. We cannot escape from the problems. So in spite of problems, they succeeded. Not in the absence of them. So problems are common in our life, but we cannot escape from the problems. They simply challenged those problems. So don't expect that all the successful people got that success in the absence of problem. In the presence of problem, they stood before the problems and challenged them and finally succeeded against them. But to the outside world, it appears as though they just got lucky. But for the outside world, they feel that They are very lucky people. So lucky enough, they got good opportunities. So opportunities are common for all of us. So today nobody can escape from the challenges. So today I don't have money, sir, so I can't read, I can't study. But the government is providing many opportunities to the poor people also, in the form of midday meal, in the form of scholarships, in the form of a fees concession. So opportunities are there. So use your opportunities and try to get success and try to reach your goals and be a model person for the entire world. Don't simply say some excuses and try to escape from that. So excuses are there. So if I want to say, I can also say so many excuses. But how long you can escape from your duties by saying these excuses? So no, challenge your life and try to get success. So until you get success, again go back to Nick's lesson and understand his quotation. Try again until you get success, until you finish strong. All success stories are stories of great failure. This is the title of our lesson. All success stories are stories of great failure. The only difference is that every time they fail, they bounce back. So they get some, they get some commitment towards their work. So why do I fail? So where did I do mistakes? So whenever they fail, they bounce back like a ball. So take a ball and throw it against the wall. So how does the ball come back to you? With such a force. So if we apply certain force on the ball with the same speed, the ball will return to you. So just like that, the successful people also, they bounce back from their difficulties. They bounce back from their failures. They bounce back from their hurdles. So they think about their failures very seriously. But they never stop their work at that time. So they try to find out different solutions for their problems. Just how the ball comes back to you, they also bounce back in their life. Yes, that is the difference. So ordinary people, they sit and think about the failures. But successful people, they think about their ways of success. So today I got this failure in my life. So tomorrow I should not get the same failure. So like that, they think about their failures and try to get success in their life. Try to reach their goals within the stipulated time. They bounce back. This is called falling forward. This is called falling forward rather than backward. So we see the running race. So the runners, they always try to bend themselves forward. Why? Because even a small finger or even a small hair crosses the line, they are declared as the winners. Suppose if they fall backwards, suppose if there is a line here, if they fall forward, they may cross the line. Suppose if they fall behind the line, they are declared as the failures. So when you fall on the ground, when you are about to fall on the ground, it is better to fall before rather than falling behind. So munduke padali, we should fall forward rather than falling behind. That is the attitude, positive attitude of a successful person. So falling on the ground is nothing but failure. So failures are common. So when you fail, it is better to fall forward rather than backwards. But we all are falling backwards. Backwards means we are trying to escape from the problems, but they are trying to challenge the problem by going and standing before the problems in a great way, in a brave way. Yes. So that is only the difference between a successful person and a failed person. So this is called falling forward rather than backward. You learn and move forward. Learn from your failures and keep moving. Learn from your failures. You learn and move forward. So always move forward rather than moving backwards. So problems are there, problems are common, troubles are common in our life. Instead of moving backward, you simply move forward in your life and face the challenges. So learn from your failures and keep moving. So the same points are repeating again and again in our lessons because the entire concept is on personality development. So all these 3 lessons, they contain the same message. Positive thinking. So go on moving in your life. So when you fall and stand and wipe off your dust and again you go on moving in your life. So it is a race. So in race, it is a battle. So life is a battle. We should fight with our lives and we should fight with our challenges. This is what Darwin said in his Darwin theory. Struggle for existence. So we have to, if you want to exist, if you want to sustain you in your life, we should always struggle. We should always fight with our life, for our life. With our life and for our life also. Yes. So we learned about Thomas Edison. And we learned the qualities of a successful people. And now we are going to learn about some more people who failed in their initial stages and finally get success in their life. So I read their names. So below are more examples of the failures of successful people. Thomas Edison failed approximately 10,000 times while he was working on light bulb. So he gave light to the entire world. So to get this light, to give this light in our lives, he approximately, I don't know, approximately means somewhat nearer to it. He approximately failed nearly 10,000 times. The rate may be higher than that. He did some experiments, he failed in it. He did some experiments, he failed in it. So like that, he tried for 10,000 times to invent an electric bulb. Today, we are enjoying the light. We are enjoying his failures. We are enjoying his success. So we are enjoying both his failures and success. So ultimately, he reached his target and his experiments are very much beneficial for the entire world. Today you may invent some LED bulbs or some other bulbs. So the basic of all these inventions is the work of Thomas Edison. So the world can't forget his experiments and can't forget his sacrifices. Yes. Henry Ford was broke at the age of 40. Lee Iacocca was fired by Henry Ford too at the age of 54. He was removed from the job at the age of 54. Lee Iacocca was fired by Henry Ford too at the age of 54. So all these are the failures in this person's life. So young Beethoven was told that he had no talent for music, but he gave some of the best music to the world. So he's a great musician, but world didn't recognize his talent, just like Walt Disney. So how Disney was rejected by the newspapers, so this fellow Beethoven was also rejected by some music companies. So you are not a musician. You don't know how to compose the music. You don't know anything, ABCDs in music. But he gave from world famous music compositions for the entire world. These setbacks are inevitable in life. Setbacks are inevitable. Setback means failures. So failures are inevitable in our life. Though you want to escape from them, we cannot escape from it. So compulsorily, we should encounter those setbacks. A setback can act as a driving force and also teach us humility. Humility means vinayam, modesty, being obedient towards others. So if you are continuously getting success, the success will also give you some proudness, arrogance. So, but when you fail, you learn what is a failure and you understand the beauty of success. So you recognize the value of success. Simply if you are getting success out of success, you don't understand the value of success. You don't understand the value of a failure. But once if you experience a failure in your life, then you try to give the value for others' success. Then you try to give value for others' failures also. Suppose if I'm a successful person in everything, when others are getting failed in their life, I won't recognize their failure. That fellow failed. He don't know anything. Like that I start criticizing them. But when I fail, then I understand the problem of others' failures also. So that will help us to be modest towards others. That will help us to gain some humility about others. So setbacks are inevitable, and setback will be a driving force. A driving force means a motivator, an inspiration for us. So some people, when they get a failure, they doesn't give up their chance. They don't want that failure. So why did I fail? Where did I fail? How did I fail? So what are the chances of success? So like that, the failure will help them or will act as a driving force. So compulsorily, I should get an answer for my problem. So that won't help, that won't make them to sleep at all. That will act as a driving force, motivating force, a guiding force for the success. So we should also be like that. So we should also develop the failures or think failures as our motivational things. So in grief, you will find courage and faith to overcome the setbacks. So in one way, grief means sadness. Grief means a sad situation. In grief, you will find courage. So you get a support. You get some confidence. You get some courage at the time of your grief. So in grief, you will find courage and faith to overcome the setback. So these setbacks will give you confidence. And this setback will give you some will give you some courage, support. They stand as your backbone and help you to move towards the success. So we need to learn to become victorious, not victim. So be a successful person. So be a victor. Victor means a successful person. But don't become victim to your problems. Don't become a prey to your problems. Way means don't get disappointment. So try to stand brave and try to encourage the problems that are coming in your life. So setbacks are common and support, and these setbacks will act as a driving force, and they support you, they guide you, they encourage you, and also they give you courage to face your life. Today, if you learn how to face this problem, tomorrow you learn how to face much difficult problems that arise in your life. After all, I faced that problem. What is this problem? This is very easy for me. It is not at all a problem for me. A person who is preparing for IAS exam can write the degree exams very easily. In the same way, a person who is facing some difficult problems in his life may face some small problems, may easily face some small problems in his life. So that's why never think your problems or your troubles as the problematic one, and try to encounter them and try to get success in your life. So I hope you all understood this lesson. In the next class, we shall meet with the next topic. Until then, stay at home and be happy.